Welcome back to Future Vehicles, the channel where we explore the evolution of automotive design and performance. Today, we're taking a closer look at an icon from the past that still holds its own in the hearts of classic car lovers, the 1987 Oldsmobile Cutlass. This car marked the end of an era in more ways than one, and today we'll break down its exterior style, performance, and give you a quick look inside to see what driving a Cutlass really felt like in the late 80s. The 1987 Oldsmobile Cutlass is perhaps best remembered for its boxy, muscular styling that was so characteristic of American cars in the mid to late 1980s. As you walk around the car, you notice its sharp lines and squared-off edges, a design language that Oldsmobile embraced at the time. The front end features a wide chrome grille with horizontal slats that sit between dual rectangular headlights, an unmistakable look that signals this car's era right away. The Oldsmobile badge is proudly displayed in the center, adding a touch of brand identity that feels both subtle and confident. Down the sides, the car keeps a low and wide stance, giving it a planted appearance. Chrome trim outlines the windows and rocker panels, and depending on the trim level, you may find vinyl roof accents or wire-spoke wheel covers that give it a touch of luxury. The wheelbase is long, enhancing ride comfort and giving the Cutlass that signature boulevard cruiser vibe. The rear is clean and balanced, with wide rectangular taillights and a trunk line that finishes the car's proportions with symmetry and purpose. While it wasn't designed to turn heads like a Corvette or a Firebird, the Cutlass was meant to represent a middle ground. Comfort with a touch of class, performance with a hint of excitement. In fact, 1987 marked the final year for the rear-wheel drive Cutlass Supreme, before GM shifted most of the lineup to front-wheel drive platforms. That makes this model year particularly significant, as it represents the last of the traditional American midsize muscle sedans from Oldsmobile. Under the hood, the 1987 Cutlass offered a variety of engine options. The base models typically came with a 3.8-liter V6, but those seeking more power could opt for a 5.0-liter V8, also known as the 307 cubic inch rocket V8. Now, by today's standards, the performance numbers may not be mind-blowing, producing around 140 horsepower and 250 lb-ft of torque. But back then, this was enough for a smooth and capable drive, especially when paired with the automatic 4-speed transmission. The Cutlass wasn't a performance car in the modern sense. It wasn't designed to dominate a track or challenge European sports sedans. Instead, its appeal was in the way it delivered torque early and comfortably. Acceleration was smooth rather than snappy, and the suspension was tuned for comfort. The car floated over bumps, soaked up rough pavement, and cruised effortlessly at highway speeds. It wasn't meant to be thrown into corners, but it held its own in daily driving, and that was enough for the loyal fan base it built over the years. On the road, the car feels substantial. You sit high, with good visibility all around, and the steering, while not particularly sharp, is easy to manage. The Cutlass was never meant to be a sports car. It was built for everyday people who wanted reliability, comfort, and just a little bit of flash. In that regard, it delivered exactly what was promised. Step inside, and you're greeted by a spacious, plush interior that feels like a mobile living room. The front seats are wide and cushioned, often finished in velour or optional leather. You'll find wood grain trim across the dash and doors, adding to the upscale vibe. The dashboard layout is clean and functional, with analog gauges, large knobs, and buttons you can operate even with gloves on. There's no high-tech infotainment here. Just an AM/FM radio, optional cassette player, and climate controls that are straightforward and durable. Rear seat space is generous, and the trunk is cavernous, offering more than enough room for luggage, groceries, or a few sets of golf clubs. For families, commuters, and casual drivers, this was a car that balanced utility with a touch of elegance. It gave people what they needed without pretending to be something it wasn't. The 1987 Oldsmobile Cutlass is more than just a car. It's a snapshot of a time when American sedans were built with a focus on comfort, simplicity, and durability. It may not be the fastest or most agile car from the 80s, but it carries a kind of nostalgic charm that modern vehicles can't replicate. Whether you're a collector, a fan of GM's history, or someone who just appreciates solid design, the Cutlass remains a classic worth remembering. Thanks for watching Future Vehicles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you enjoy these deep dives into automotive history. We've got more coming your way, so stay tuned.